5 wins in 6 games in all competitions is the success we've enjoyed in the month of February. Forget about the home loss to Fulham. It almost was going to spoil the party for us, but we have managed to keep it together and have a proper ending to the shortest month of the year. Welcome to the United Hotspot, and in this video, we are focusing on our top performers in the month of Feb. Now, of course, we've had so many players who have put in some decent shifts, honestly, and Andre Onana really is one of those. Well, not so many people will talk about Andre Onana. He's not even on the top 3 nominees according to the club, but without a doubt, the month of February has been the best for Onana. In fact, today he has been giving an interview, of course, talking and feeling cool about it, saying, "Yeah, the first 6 7 months it was a new environment and all, it was difficult, but I was always confident that I'll come along and I know my levels and I can only get better because I'm beginning to feel comfortable." And we all love to see it. And I love the fact that people are rallying behind Andre Onana. We are beginning to get a semblance of the Onana we paid 50 million quid for to come and replace David De Gea. But whereas he would have been among my top performers, I wouldn't dispute the list of 3 that we're about to discuss. Starting off with Kobbie Mainoo. Now, in the month of Feb, Kobbie missed only one of our 6 games. That's the last one. So he played 5. He assisted once, and he scored a goal in that one as well. So Kobbie Mainoo has been a top performer for us in this month because he has consistently been putting in the shift. He was a man of the match in one of the games. He has been consistent with his performance the whole month, like he was the month before. I think ever since he joined, the senior team. Mainoo is the one consistent player we can talk about and say he has really tried to stabilize the ship in that middle. And every game we've been talking good about him. So him and February, I think I would give him a proper 7 out of 10 in terms of performance across the month. I think I would give him an average of 7 out of 10. And considering that we've got such a poor uh, group of individuals, I think it is quite commendable that a score to come for him. So he will be my number 3. My number 2 top performer of the month, and this would be my order, would be Diogo Dalot. Now, Diogo Dalot is the one guy who has been there. He has played all the 6 games in the month. He has scored one goal, and he has scored, made one assist in the 6 appearances he has made. He hasn't scored a goal, but he has made an assist. That cross he gave to Scott McTominay to give us that header off the bench. But the one thing we can commend Diogo Dalot is the improvement he's made, the way he has been cutting, coming inside from the right back position. Then he cuts inside as Erik Ten Hag wants him to play. It has been looking good. I feel like he's the one player who has consistently been improving, and he does not get enough credit. I saw a Luton player, the guy who scored for Luton when we beat not when we beat the Newport, rather, not Luton, when we beat them in the FA Cup. That game where Kobbie Mainoo scored that his first senior goal. This boy was saying he was amazed of the players, the Man United players he played with, he met on that day. It is Diogo Dalot who impressed him with his qualities. I mean, he's unbelievable. There was the back heel he played back to Andre Onana. I think it was a long ball that came to him, and this guy was between him and Onana, but he just had the confidence to back heel it and send a back pass back to Andre Onana. And this guy was left in awe of the skill. He doesn't get enough credit, but the reality is, with a few improvements, Diogo Dalot is close to world class. And I honestly believe and know he's one of those players that Ineos will be impressed with. I think we are all happy and impressed with Diogo Dalot because of his consistency. Remember the game against Spurs? That was the first game of the year, and how good he played. He has not been putting a foot wrong since then. Maybe the last games, 2 games, Fulham and the recent victory in the FA Cup against Nottingham were not his best of games, but you still see that his levels at least are now beginning to consistently be good. He's confident, you love it, and all people have always been saying, even Jose Mourinho, even Cristiano Ronaldo spoke highly about him. I love that we are beginning to see exactly that. So for me, he would be my number 2. I would give him a 7.5 in this month on average across the entire month in terms of his performances. Then, of course, the number 1 top performer of this month is none other than Rasmus Hojlund. I mean, this boy, 4 games, 5 goals and an assist. That's his record. What a run he has had. And don't we love to see it? He has been missed clearly. He goes out for the games he has not been there. The 2 games we clearly see what difference he makes. Even Harry Maguire came out and said it, that we miss this guy because we don't have a target man when he's not there. I honestly think it is a huge miss in our team, big miss, but just for us to appreciate his importance and why we need to actually now begin to appreciate why Atalanta were holding on to for the highest bid of 72 million pounds that we paid. But Hoyland, for me, what I've loved mostly about him, besides scoring important goals even when the rest of the team is not performing, is his consistency with maintaining his hunger. Even when he got his first Premier League goal, got the next, he kept wanting. Every day he looked like he wanted more. He looked more hungry. And I think for me, it's a good thing. When a striker is hungry, that's the motivation they need. And trust you me, they will bank the goals. They will just find those nets and score the goals. So Hoyland has been the most impressive performer for Man United in the past month. Sad that he's out injured. It won't be long. Very soon he could return. Who knows? Eric Ten Hag said he expects to have the same players for Sunday, but who knows? We could see a surprise, and maybe it could have been a mind game, and Eric Ten Hag just brings him out of nowhere. We see Hoyland facing Man City. I'm sure he must be boiling, saying, "Goodness, I wanted to be on the pitch. I'm on my purple patch. I wanted to be on the pitch with Erling Haaland and see." Because that is a dream match. That is for me a dream comparison. And it can happen between now and Sun, and we hear that Hoyland is okay. But they said he will be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So unfortunately, it's not likely going to happen. Eric Ten Hag said he's going to have the same squad that beat Nottingham Forest. But Hoyland has been such a baller, not putting a foot wrong, and he has been an integral part in us having an exciting month of February. Beautiful month to be a Man United supporter. Kudos. For me, out of 10 for Hoyland, I would give him 8.5 or 9. He has been far ahead of the rest. I don't think he has done anything wrong. I mean, he has been scoring goals consistently, more goals than the matches he's played. He has assisted. He has always had the right attitude. Honestly, what more do you want from a striker, really? What more do you want from a 21-year-old striker who's having his first season in the Premier League, in a team that is completely out of sorts, really? You just want to appreciate him. So Hoyland gets a 9 out of 10 for me for the month of February. Now, we are starting the month of March, and it is now against a big one. All that the eulogies, the praises I've given these players are in the past. We need to focus on the present and the future. And the future is now, and now is the day after tomorrow, and now we'll be at the Etihad Stadium. We are taking on Manchester City, and all we hope to see, our expectation is to see a group that is together, that puts in the hard yards, that delivers. That's all we want to see now. And honestly, it's difficult for us to start thinking about a win, really, against Man City. Before you start thinking about winning, you should think about first of all not being humiliated, then putting on a show, performing and playing, looking like you're also professional footballers against the best team in the world right now. Then you can think of maybe scoring. Then you think of not conceding so many. Then you think of perhaps then that's when you can think of a draw. But then after you think of a draw, that's when you can think of a victory. So trust you me, winning at the Etihad Stadium in the state we are in would be like the seventh thought. Think about not being humiliated. Think about being able to play, like we play football, not just be playing catch up. Then think about scoring a goal. Think about not conceding many. Then think about scoring as many as they score. That's a draw. Then think about scoring more than them. That would be the win. Man, it's a the thought process is long. So that's how hard it's going to be for us. But hard does not mean impossible. If the psyche is there, this is a derby. Eric Ten Hag makes the right selection. Trust you me, Man United can pull off something. I'm still one of those who strongly believe we are not going to lose against Manchester City. It's not happening. We are not starting the month on a losing note. And if we don't lose against Man City, the rest of the opponents we face, including Liverpool in the quarterfinals on the weekend of 16th March, in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, they will know why we are called Manchester United, the Red Devils. They will feel the devil in the Red Devils. My name is Webb. Subscribe to the United Hotspot. I'll catch you later.